Hey, I see Glory and Renee already. How are you? Glory is offering anybody who wants it.
I'll take a glass, thank you very much.
Carrie is also here with some cherry Pepsi, thanks. Oh, that reminds me, I need to set up our timer.
It's 2 a.m. That's not too early for wine for me, is it?
Nah, it's the perfect time. Though I did learn from myself that I should not drink wine when I am super energetic right before I record. That was not a good mix.
I'm never super energetic, so that's okay.
I was like really hyper last night, and then I was like, wine should calm me down, right? And then my tongue refused to work. And I was like, oh god. There it is.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's 2 o'clock here.
Hello, everyone. All right. Bit early for wine for me, says Renee. I've got my watch, which is all I need. Or my water.
Water.
It's 5 o'clock
know a
somewhere.
guy who can make that into wine if you want.
It's late or early morning. That's true. So, I will be attending Savvy Wright's book launch on Friday. And I told Chris, I was like, I need to get up at 10 in the morning. And he was like, why? And I'm like, I need an hour to myself before I can be live in front of people. And he was like, okay. And then he said something else. And I was like, I just gotta wake up at the ass crack of dawn. And he burst into laughter. It's 10 in the morning. And I'm like, which for me right now is the ass crack of dawn.
Ah, you sweet summer child. It's okay.
Hey, this past week I've been going to bed at the actual ass crack of dawn, 5 in the morning. So there's that. Carrie says, hi, sassy daddy.
Hi,
Carrie also
Carrie.
says hello. Although I think I merged the messages. Hey, Sparrow. All right, so we're about 3 minutes in, and I should really do the intro. So welcome, everybody, to the live stream. This week I have Stig Dyrdal with me.
Pronounced like
Steve,
syrup.
go ahead. Tell them your channel, your stuff.
I'm a writer like Sam. Most of you probably know me through CC. I write currently a space opera. And that's what I'm going to be working on today.
Yep, and I am writing Mom Samantha L. Nasset, which most of you know because you come here frequently.
We're here.
Also, thank you to anybody watching this on replay. Your views are appreciated. Sparrow also says, hi, Stig.
Hi, Sparrow.
That syrup thing.
It is pronounced like syrup, I swear.
Sometimes I say syrup, sometimes I say syrup. It just depends on my mood, but it's more natural for me to say syrup.
Syrup.
Yep. And then my middle name is Lynn. But I like to mess with my mother because she spells it Lyne. And I'm like, so I'm Samantha Line. And she's like, your name is Lynn. And I'm like, my name is Line.
Ma'am, please.
Hi, Yep, he's all the way up there now. That one is Balder, majestically overlooking the living room right now.
Waiting to pounce.
Stig, could you give us they want to know more about your space opera. Indulge the people, give them what they want.
It's set in space, not surprising. Has a gay main character, because when I went to look for a gay main character in a space opera, I couldn't find it. So I decided, hey, that's what I'm going to write. And that's what I'm doing. It's like a kidnapping mystery kind of rebellion. You know how space operas goes.
Yeah, just how they do. Kitty bombs are a must in these streams. They really are. And of course, everyone's favorite unofficial co-host is making her way over because she realized what's going on. So Artemis will be here soon, I'm sure. What I think last week's video in the bloopers, I'm sitting there and I'm about to say a line and she's just like comes up at my shoulder looking at me to like use me as a stepping stool to get down. And I'm like, "Can I help you?" And she just like goes the other way. And then later on, she does use me on the other side as a step stool to get higher. And I'm like, "What is with you today?"
She want the attention.
She just
Not just
likes
me,
to be
mommy.
involved. I think this is saying that Daya, or Daya, how you say it, writes sci-fi too.
I am in Norway.
Where are
I
you?
am Norwegian, hence my weird accent, but get over it.
I love reading space operas. Such fun. I enjoy space operas as well.
It is by far the
Go ahead.
By far the best subcategory of science fiction. What I prefer, space opera.
I actually didn't like sci-fi until I saw a space opera, and then I was like, "Oh no, wait! I like sci-fi. Yeah, it's pretty cool." And then it opened my heart to their sci-fis.
It's a lot like fantasy, but just
Yeah,
in
you can
space.
use my highlighter.
And I'm here for it.
See, for me, the difference between fantasy and sci-fi was whether it was explained by magic or science. Also, fantasy usually had happy endings, and sci-fi usually had sad endings, which is still very true for a lot of it. Which is why I was
Sad
like,
ending.
just give me magic and happy. Yeah, I'm like, just give me the magic and the happy, and I'll be fine. But then, like I said, I watched and read space operas, and I'm like, no, wait, I can have both worlds. Yes. And now I'm like, okay, some sad endings are fine sometimes when well written. Like The Giver is by far one of my favorite novels I was ever made to read for class.
Don't think I've read that.
And it has an open ending. It's I want to say I gladly recommend it, but it's also been 10 years since I've read it. So I'd have to reread it to make sure I still feel that way. But like I
Reluctantly recommend it.
I reluctantly recommend it based on how much I remember loving reading it. Sparrow says, now you just have to write it so we can read it. I agree. Yay, space gays! I love the flag.
Always here for the space gay.
Hello, Thomas, and welcome back. So, I'm running a live stream. You know what I'm doing. You were here earlier. You want to say hello? Hello? Do not drop a crayon on my laptop.
Oh, I think you muted yourself, Sam.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, you're back. Welcome to this live stream.
Right, she laid on my cord and it pulled it out just enough.
The audacity.
Yes. Renee says, yeah, I'm a sci-fi writer / fan. Give me the happy ever after and the successful romance. I loved Of Mice and Men, but it's not a happy story. I had such a look. I enjoyed Of Mice and Men until it got to the ending, and then I was like, nope, I'm just I'm the oldest of like 3 siblings, and I was like kind of like my sister's third parent. So like for me, especially like around that time in high school, I was very much like just imagining having to do that to my sisters, and I was like, no. But it was a very good story, and like got that emotional reaction out of me. So there's that.
I realized growing up in a non-American country that I've missed a lot of classics, apparently.
I wasn't forced to read a lot of these American novels in my non-American
No.
school.
I did read, what's the one? With Whoopi Goldberg did the movie? Color Purple, I think. That's a movie. Yeah, I did read that for English, unsurprising. It was really good.
One
That's
of
like
the
a
ones I
classic,
didn't read.
I think, isn't
I
it?
need to read it.
It's really good.
I
I did enjoy it. I also reluctant to recommend it.
write down all our reluctant recommendations from our teenage memories. You'll love them.
Maybe.
Alice waved. Another unofficial co-host. She was like before the stream trying to insert herself and take my headset over. So one day she might be. Oh, I need to reread The Giver. Right. Oh, the only thing I didn't like about it is that it is open-ended. And I like to be told what happened for certain. I'm like, I don't like it being left up to interpretation, but since it is, I choose to believe in the happy ending, not the really sad one that might make me cry. Sparrow, I need to reread that. It's been a long time. The Pearl is worse. I have heard not nice things about The Pearl, if that's the one I'm thinking of. No. My experience as a teen exploring sci-fi and fantasy was the opposite. Happy sci-fi is like the stainless steel rabbit, and sad fantasy like Terry something. Terry Pratchett? Maybe? And unicorns.
Did they write unicorns books?
Unicorns. Oh, there's this one, The Last Unicorn, that I think of. I don't know if this is the one Glory refers to, but as a child, I hated The Last Unicorn cartoon movie, and
I
everybody
love
thought
that
that was
one.
really weird. Yeah, everybody else I know loves it, but I'm like, no, it was sad. And they're like, is that the only reason? I'm like, you don't understand how much I want happy in my media.
It was
As an
sad,
adult, I
wasn't
can be
it?
like, okay, yeah, I appreciate some sad, but it was very sad. Oh, wait. I think there are sequels to The Giver. So I don't know how I feel about that. Kind of want to look into it. Kind of don't. Very mixed. I think the first devastating book I had to read for school was Bridge to Terabitha. When did that come out? Was I in school when that came out? I think I was. Maybe. Who knows? I'm sure a Google search could let me know. I think The Giver is part of a quartet. I remember seeing a box set on Amazon. Maybe. I know that it's part of some like American classics box sets and stuff like that. But if it has sequels, then it might be a quartet. What was the most difficult book to read for you? For me, it was Don Expletives Quixote.
Do take your time, cats, please.
For me, the hardest, that's a difficult question to answer because I don't find books difficult to read. I just get my emotional reactions and then move on with my day. But that's just how I am with most of life.
I think we also read a modern classic that covers this. It was called Junk by Melvin something, I think was his name, and we read that for English too, and it was sad as fuck. So yeah, with a title like that, you can imagine.
Oh, but also maybe Terry Goodkind. Apparently, there's several Terry authors who write fantasy. Terry Brooks. Which Terry was it? My favorite school read was Kitchen God's Wife. My current read is sci-fi Lost World by Michael Crichton.
Is that one of the Jurassic Park books?
I think so. Hold on.
Are they good? I have them in my shelf order and I've yet to start them, but do you recommend them reluctantly?
I yelled at Chris in the kitchen, and yes, it's one of the Jurassic Park books.
See, we have knowledge about stuff.
Yeah. Look, you can enjoy it all you want. I'm still gonna hate it for being sad, and you can't stop me. That's just how it is. Don't you come in here defending the Last Unicorn. Chris is one of the people who gives me shit about not like it. Look, sometimes I like to be sad, but I like to be very specific kinds of sad, and that is not one of them. I was given that book to read in Spanish. It was part of Spanish too. We're at barely an elementary school level, and the teacher expected us to read it. Well, high expectations. The most difficult book for me was The Tin Drum. Have not read that one. That was the first book I cried during. Oh, apparently it's a very sad book. OMG, how many semesters did it take? Just one in 10th grade. I failed it. I tried to draw my memory of Wishbone. Oh, Wishbone was cute. My whole middle school class was like, what happened to the happy? That's me. Like every day, where did the happy go? I was hooked from my first sci-fi book was V. I was hooked from day one. Is it just V? Or is that the Roman numeral for 5?
I think it's V.
Honestly, I don't
TV
read
show
books
from
that I
it?
find. I know there's V for Vendetta is a movie that was based on a book. So it might have been based on V. Who knows? I'm sure other people that aren't us know. Honestly, I don't read books that I find difficult, not even for school. A book I wanted to read but couldn't was Les Mis. Stig, it's the second. The first is amazing. The second, he didn't want to write, so there's a lot of plot holes. I assume this is in reference to the Jurassic Park book. Yes, I think Terry Goodkind, but one of the lesser known titles. It was loaned to me, not one I would have chosen on my own. Fantasy and sci-fi were contraband in rural Mississippi, so I'd accept any. That's fair. Jurassic Park books are good, but they are very science heavy. That's one of the things that Chris likes about them, is that the science is like super. I don't remember if it's super accurate or just because of there's something historical about the science that was used in the Jurassic Park books. And I don't remember the specifics right now. I knew it until I started talking. So I'm sorry about the tangent that went nowhere. Night of the Broken Glass was the hardest emotionally for me to read. Thingy. Hello, totally forgot about this live stream. Hey, glad to have you here.
You can set reminders if you didn't know.
Remember that V, like the TV series. Okay. A hard one for me was Lord of the Flies. I couldn't get into it, and every one of those kids were awful.
It's very true, Carrie.
It's fair. We didn't have to read that one in mine, so I was happy for that. They think they know the book of which glory speaks. Dun to screen. I love that when I'm like, share screen. It's like, remember, this works best on a good computer. And I'm like, you're trying to throw shade at my laptop.
It's brand new. Thank you very much, ma'am. I'm sorry for all this Southern. I recently
It
watched
is.
Southern,
It's
so
very new. You're fine. They're used to Southern. I'm here.
can recommend Sharp Objects with Amy Adams. It's a really good show.
Said it's very specific, not completely accurate, and the first half of the book is all the science and setup. Okay, got you. All right. So everybody go ahead and write what you're working on down below. I will be working on a few minor revisions not for her, and then I will be working on critiquing something. Stig?
I will be working on trying to write my first chapter in first person instead of third person, because my internet is gone from my stationery, so I can't do the critique I originally planned to do.
Well, there we go. All right, so 3, 2, 1, and go. Hello?
Hi.
Is my autoplay on? What just happened? I'll figure that out in a second. Let me start the break timer. So, everybody, how did you do?
I did 352.
Nice. I
And I think
finished revisions. And...
Oh, nice.
Go ahead.
No, I was done.
Okay. I finished revisions and sent it to my alpha reader thing. So, which is, he's in here, so I'm probably gonna get a DM that's like, did you just call me a thing?
Don't label me, Sam.
All right. Now, where were we in the comments? Sparrow says, I live in the South, so I'm used to it. Which state in the South? Isht draft. Is that first draft? Outlining. I'm working on Asylum. I'm almost done with the first draft. Exciting. Working on Vendetta, sci-fi space opera novel. Finally got to the spot I need to be writing in, not editing. Oh yeah, I love that. I'm doing critique. That's what I just started as well. I'm copying book 2 because I have no digital copy. I remember you talking about that. I think on Savvy stream last week. 5 of 24. Okay, I was about to ask how far you were, but you said it right there. Got a long way to go still. World building. I'm trying to get to second draft of my short story. No, the thing refreshed and it went to the bottom. Okay, there we are. I'm tossing the kitty out of my lap so I can actually keep word dumping. That's fair. I'm working on outlining a short story about camping in the summer in tropical Mississippi and waking up in the dark to the sound of a hungry bear. I'm attempting to avoid sagging middle syndrome. Yeah, that's a issue.
If your middle is like a hungry bear terrorizing some people, it shouldn't be sagging, should it?
I mean, it sounds like there's action there. 266 and a lot of staring out the window thinking about this scene. I've been there. 232. Awesome. I got dinner. I'm mildly jealous. Does trying to figure out Scrivenger count? Yes. Figured out my first pinch point at the end of arc 1, 2 handwritten pages. Awesome. Worked on act 1. Go show daddy. 216. Awesome. 5 post-it notes of outlining. Awesome. Coffee. Also good. 589. Aw, yeah. Click. Okay, there we go. Now off to feed the kitty. I mean, that's fair. You did kick the cat out your lap. I couldn't do anything because I'm at work and had to do work stuff. That's fair. We appreciate you coming here anyway.
A moment of silence for Candy.
Hey, welcome back. South Carolina. Gotcha. What happened? Oh, with Carrie. Rereading, importing my novel before sending it to my editor. Ooh, that's exciting. No idea. I accidentally deleted it, I guess. It's fair. No, at least you have a printed copy, though. Yes, I agree. Love the sassy daddy comments.
Love you too.
Yay. I need to print. I need to print out my drafts to edit. My brain can't process it on the computer. It's fair. I tend to have a good beginning and a satisfying end, but a sparse middle. That's 2 out of 3. Third can be worked on. Stig has best accent. Aw,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I hear you. I'm the same for edits. Baby mum brains unite! Indeed, indeed. I know that feeling. Alright, I'm going to try to figure out why it autoplayed a thing.
Finally getting a glimpse into Sam's life.
Yes. I think because I clicked on it from my watch history, it started playing my watches. And I'm like, that would be fine if Savvy suddenly yelling in my ear hadn't scared the fuck out of me. I was like, what's going on? Why do I have a window playing?
I think I would have a much more embarrassing watch history, so you're cool.
This was before I had baby mom brain, although that made it worse. That's fair. So we've got 9 minutes on the break timer.
Should I get wine? I should get wine. BRB.
All right. Renee says, LOL, me too. Need the different format to get a clear look, but baby brain has made it worse.
So, all my wine glasses are dirty, which says a little about me in this quarantine, but I have my kitchen mug. Cheers, people.
Yesterday, Chris went to pour me a glass of wine with the chicken parm he made for dinner. And he was looking, we own 2 wine glasses. He was trying to find my wine glass. And I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. And I told him to just use one of these. And I was like, because it's under the bed on my side of the bed. And he just looks at me and I'm like, it got knocked down there and I just haven't grabbed it yet. I don't even drink wine out of it most of the time. It's just sweet tea.
It is called Cassandra candy, and it's not red wine, it's like some berry wine. I don't think that counts as red, but I like it because I'm basic.
Wine. Everybody is all for the wine. A very short argument. Cider for Sako. Yeah. I'm having sweet tea. That's what I do.
Not sure how I feel about this first person, third person thing.
Oh. Are you talking about when people are talking about you in the third person?
No,
or...
I'm talking about my novel. I'm very self-centered, if you didn't know,
okay.
so...
That's fine.
It's okay. But I do like everyone in the chat too, so it's cool.
Tastu. I have the worst taste in wine.
Welcome to the club, Candy. I also
like the
like
darker
sweet
ones.
fruit wines.
Tasty. Had seltzer and almost breakfast for dinner time. My brain tried to process that as the seltzer, and I was like, that's self. And then I caught up to the actual sentence, and I was like, oh, and breakfast. Side mine. Tea, all the tea. Sunberry wine sounds delish. We only have 2 types of glasses. One is good for everything, water, soft, beer, wine. The others are my Scotch glasses. Need to get some plastic cups. Awesome. Yes, the pillow is pretty. Go that way now. Yeah, we technically have like coffee cups and tea cups and like wine glasses and stuff, but pretty much just whatever I feel like drinking goes in my cup at any given point in time.
Do you ever drink like wine out of those small toddler cups?
No, because I would feel bad doing that because the kids identify that those are their cups. So they'd probably get upset at me for drinking something out of their cups that they can't drink. Like my wine dry. I like fruity sweet wines. There's an Amish winery. That sounds awesome. Strawberry, elderberry, peach.
Oh, that sounds
I'm
delicious,
almost
Kelly.
right. I'm almost right at a character death in this draft. I think that's why I've been putting off working on that.
I'm critiquing that novel, Sparrow, so you better not kill who you know.
I was waiting to see.
Just saying it.
So, what is the first person, third person?
It's just something I'm trying out. I'm not really vibing with my third person writing.
Ah.
So I'm trying out the first person one.
I beg that you still do it in past tense, please.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Okay. It's just I don't know if it's because I'm dyslexic or just because of how I read, but whenever I read first person present tense, it always fucks me up. Like no matter how well written it is, I just will trip up like 3 times per page. Sometimes the story is good enough for me to just deal with it, but then other times I'm like, no, I just have to leave now. My brain cannot handle this.
I get you.
So I'm fine with first person and third person, and anybody who can write present tense well, kudos to you. I just can't read it. Sweet Wine Club. I wish I could show my goblet.
Why can't you show your goblet?
You just can't post pictures in the chat, I assume. But you can tweet at us, and then we can check the Twitter when we're supposed to be writing during a sprint.
I would never. Sam. Bad Sam.
I got up, I got a drink. I was like, I forgot to drink here. That sounds yum. I can't drink sweet anymore. It does something to my guts. I'm on the dry and scotch. That's fair. Bodies betraying us. Same. I write my notes in present tense and novel in past tense. I mean, that's totally fair. They're your notes. They're not intended for anyone but you and maybe critique partners, depending on who you is. I send my critique partners all my notes, and sometimes they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, don't worry about that. It's fine. I just edited the 50k words of the start of this whip to remove all direct thoughts from it. Had to remove the potential for hiding facts from the reader. It was a bitch. High five, Carrie. Sorry, Stig, this character has to die, and I hate it too.
No! I will critique them back to life. Just you wait. Just you wait.
That's not how that works.
No one gets to die. Sure, it'll be a boring book, but no one dies. I want my happy endings too.
You can't have a happy ending with a death or 5.
5? Sam. Oh, I have a lot of people dying in my book too, so I guess you reap what you sow.
Right. That's like there are a lot of things that as a reader I absolutely hate or have love-hate relationship or I'm like, no, you can't do that. And then I do it in my writing. So I'm like, I guess I can't be too mad. But still, how dare you?
How dare.
That's like my sister has read my writing since we were kids. And just recently like Fox is a really big fan of Jamie from Not For Her, and I keep teasing him that when I write a sequel, it's going to be Lita as like this badass demon hunter or something, and Jamie's gonna be like old and in a home, or he's gonna die to like spurn her into action. And he's like, "Don't you dare kill Jamie!" And
I
I'm
kind of
like, "I'm
like that
sorry, this is
idea
what I
though.
do." See, it's so cool.
That's
And then
exciting.
and like one day we're talking about it, and he's like, "You can't kill Jamie." And I'm like, "Well," and then
Do whatever I want, bitch.
I finally understand what Tabby means, because my sister will read a story and then she'd be like, "This is my favorite character," and I'm like, "Of course that's your favorite character," and she immediately comes back with, "You're killing them, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that was the plan, yeah." So I occasionally have to tell her who's safe to love now.
Oh, poor.
All right, we have a few comments that came in. The live chat lags a bit sometimes, so I will critique them back. Then quote of the night. Yeah, that goes for Amelia as well. Sting, no killing. Ooh. Exactly. I'd die of shock if any of my sisters read my books. I'm sure my sister will read my books. I should try to CP with her. I'm 5 years older than my little sister, so she was probably reading stories I wrote before she was actually old enough to read the stories that I wrote. But that's just how it goes for siblings sometimes. I distinctly remember. Now remember, I wrote this when I was much younger, so go ahead and judge all the horrible ideas, but I have no shame about it. So I killed a character that I was planning to resurrect, and then my sister was being a big whiny bitch about the fact that this character died and came back to life. And I was like, "If you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna bring him back to life just to kill them again." And she was like, "You wouldn't dare." But I had already planned on doing that in my head. So I was like, "Oh damn, now she's gonna think I did it because I'm mad at her."
Backfired.
This side. Oh, those are the comments that I just shared. Haha. All right, so it is time to do another sprint. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Time's up, and I just checked my YouTube channel. I hit 100 subscribers during the stream.
Woo! Congratulations!
Thank you. I'm super excited. And thank you to everybody who has subscribed. I
That's
can
me.
get a custom URL now.
I made a diamond.
Yeah. And my daughter shows me the little things that she made. So I guess I should first of all announce that since I hit 100 subscribers, I'll probably do a Q&A. I don't know if I'm going to do a Q&A video or a live stream. I'll put a poll up on Instagram and everybody can go vote.
Why not both?
I mean, if it's a live stream, it'll be a video after.
I want my Q&A and the live stream. I want the cake and eat it.
Steve's like, I need two. I held up 3 fingers, but you needed 2. All right, let us look at our comments. Everybody, tell me how you did that sprint. I critiqued about half a page.
I wrote 265 words.
Awesome. A boy corrupting the... oh boy, not a boy. Oh boy, corrupting the youth, one sibling at a time. That's what you do when you're the older one. My brother reads all my stories, sometimes under protest.
I'm not sure if my brother can read, to be fair.
Would make it difficult for him to read your stories. My sisters and all I are all about a year apart from each other, but neither of them are really into reading, so if I made movies, they'd watch them though. It's fair. My book series are new adult, and my BFF's 13-year-old read an older draft of book 1. My friend asked if she should be concerned, but I actually have a very mild writing style. That's always like when I work conventions and stuff, and people are like, "What would you recommend for a child?" I'm like, I don't know. What don't you want them to read? Like no violence or how? Because I just don't have a good grasp on most people's what would be okay and not okay for their
Boundaries?
kids to. Yes, thank you. Like our kids watch Jurassic Park since they were toddlers, so it hasn't given them nightmares. They're good. A few swears, minimal violence, fade to black sex. Meh, she's seen worse on video games. That's also fair. I got off on a tangent reading about sunberries and then a quick meeting with my local chapter of the Mutual Administration Society. What
Sorry, not sorry.
is a mutual? What's a Mutual Administration Society? Curious. Yay! Congrats! Congrats! I feel like there's going to be a bunch of these real quick. Woo! Yeah! Congrats, Sam! Yay! 106 in dinner! Congrats, Sam! Yeah! Dinner and words. Yes. Congrats! Congrats, Sam! Party! Woo! Finished reading feels so good! Yeah. What were you reading? Congrats, Sam! Congrats! Congrats, Sam!
Oh,
Cake.
cake.
Yay, Q&A. Hey, Joey. Thanks for stopping in. I gotta go home and get veggies for dinner. This was fun. I'll have a safe drive. Hope you get all the finest of veggies. 127 words in that sprint, plus some mum things. Washing on, giving Kitty her meds. That happens sometimes. 572, almost halfway done with chapter 5. Aw, yeah. 304 words. Yeah. Cranking on my outlining. Aw, yeah. Some more world refining. It's important. I got distracted a lot. Honestly, it was mostly distractions. It's happened to all of us. I started transcribing my note cards into an outline for Act 1. Got 195 words. Aw, yeah. So, I forgot to start the break timer.
More
We'll
breaks.
start
Yay.
it now. So, how was everybody's weekend? Sako says, was rereading my novel before tweaking it and sending it to my editor. Ah, yes, thank you. Sorry, my brain is like right now. I remember you saying that now that you've repeated it. Candy says, thank you. Yeah. Saw your book on Jenna's latest unboxing. It looks awesome. Congrats. So I think the live might be slow. We shall see.
I do support outliners though, as Ori was outlining.
Ah, yeah, we have a lot of outliners who come here.
And this is an outlining safe space, so you're good.
It is. It is an outlining safe zone.
Yeah.
Do you know, last time I checked, that's still my one video with a dislike on it?
The outlining video? It wasn't me.
The outline, yeah. Oh,
But I will cut a bitch if it comes to it.
you denied that a little too fast there, Stig. Now I'm suspicious.
It was me, I swear. You know I love outlining. I've seen the light, Sam.
I
You showed
know.
me the light.
You have. You've come over to the outlining side.
Too bad I'm a
It's
moth.
been a good been a good weekend. Yesterday was not nice. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it was nice especially. Well, I totally misread that. That's my bad. I'm glad you had a good day yesterday. My weekend was it sucked. I sensed Thomas's comment coming. That's what it was. I'm a converted outliner. I used to pants, but I'd be lost without my outlines.
Same Sparrow.
I'm just getting the big points down. Everything else I tend to pants. So I thought I was a pantser for a very long time, and then I realized I always had an outline. I just had a like ridiculously good memory. Then I had children, and I did not have a ridiculously good memory anymore.
Poof,
So I had
gone.
to start writing it all down. And I was like, oh wait, I've always been an outliner. I just didn't know. I tried not to outline this project, but that didn't work. Weekend was uneventful. Brother-in-law came over to help clean the basement because we had water in it a while back after a big storm. I treated myself to Chinese takeout for Mother's Day. I love China. So most of the Chinese places around here are closed, except like 2. So, but those 2 are good. They just also have very specific hours. Joey said, "Thank you, Renee." Joey says, "My little sister sent me a book on outlining, and it converted me to the gospel."
It's an amazing gospel to
The
be converted to.
There's an outlining Bible. My weekend was great. I'm in a romance mood, so binging Asian dramas right now. That's fair. What book was it? Yeah, that's a good question.
Tell us.
Tell
I
us.
outlined about 30,000. No, I didn't outline. That's what I didn't do. I didn't outline 30,000 words of my novel, and it's a hot mess. So I had to write an outline and then go again, which is sad, but you live and you learn.
Yes. Had a Friday live stream that ended up being a 5-hour chat, and then another 2 hours off YouTube. Was a wreck on Saturday, but enjoyed Sunday. Got spoiled for Mother's Day. Well, I'm glad Sunday sounds like it made up for Saturday, hopefully. Also, speaking of Jenna's bonus video today, does everybody know that the ebooks for The Save Your Sister are all on pre-order?
I've pre-ordered. Have you?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it the second it was up. I also
Same.
got like 3 of my best friends to pre-order because I was like, which version are you buying? Kindle, hardcover? One of my friends was like, well, I was going to wait for the paperback. And I'm like, but the
Why
pre-order
wait?
giveaways are going on now. And he was like, I do like giveaways.
Yeah. I have 2 Amazon
Because
accounts,
now
so I accidentally bought it twice, but I'm okay with that.
I was about to say, it's fine. Money
I
well
was
spent.
like, I was sure I bought this book, but I must not have done it. So I bought it again, and then I went back, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I almost did that because we use my mom's Amazon account for the free shipping because she has Prime. So I almost bought it again on her account, and I'm like, she wouldn't care, except she's audiobooks only right now. So
Free shipping on audiobooks too.
yes. And also for everybody who enjoys live streams and my company, I will be on Savvy's live stream on Wednesday at 9 Central and Savvy's book launch party at 11 a.m. Central. She's launching her book One Final Vinyl. Sounds like Thomas says, sounds like me, Stig. Sako says, ooh. Renee says, I'm waiting for the signed hardcovers to match my TSC. I think those come out 3 months after the book launch, but don't quote me on that because she might do it differently. But that's how it was for TSC. So get the ebook, then buy the hardcover. Enjoy
Get it all.
it. Own it and everything. I pre-ordered it as soon as I saw it was available. Awesome. Pre-ordered mine. Love it. The only thing that's not outlined is the final battle. It just says battle with the winner. That's fair. Outlining your novel by K.M. Wayland is literally stays by my nightstand. Maybe I should make a video about the writing books that have shaped my craft. Could be an interesting video.
I love craft
Yeah.
book reviews, so I think you should do that, Gloria.
Yeah, I like a lot of reviews. Even if I don't necessarily agree with the review, it still like tells me a lot of things. So I'm all like, yes, that help me make an informed opinion. But Sako said, yes, having fun times. At Glory, yes, that was my first book on outlining too. I ordered the ebook, but yes, I need my signed copy. Oh, I agree. I have TSC in several formats, and it's actually really awesome because my sister prefers reading paperbacks, so I loaned her my paperback. My cousin's fiance, yeah, I think they're engaged. My cousin's fiance likes hardcovers, so I loaned her my non-signed hardcover. My mom likes audiobooks, so I loaned her my audiobook. I was like, there will be no excuse. I got you no matter what you read.
So who are you gonna loan the signed copy to?
Nobody stays in the closet with all my good
Locked in the vault.
mine. I learned it to myself. Shipping to Australia is horrendous, so I need to be strategic in my purchases. Yeah, I
Same
can
with
understand
Norway.
that. I'm super tempted to buy Sacha Black's writing books. I have heard very good things, and I love Sasha in general, so I'm all for this. It's a great book, that K.M. Wayland, structuring your novel and outlining your novel. Cool.
I need to look into this because I love craft books.
Stig's like, let me write the author's name down. Stock later.
Just instant buy. I got the app on my phone.
That too. I love K.M. Wayland's writing books. No, excuse me.
What was that
I
name
have
again?
all
Let me
of the
see.
ones listed above. Oh, this one. Quickly, everybody, Google, write down, make a note.
K.M. Wayland writing books. I've made notes in chat to you, so there you go.
All right. Awesome, thank you. Whoa, first time I've heard Stig speak. Hey, Sine. I think. Is it Sine or Sydney? I know
Something.
who you are. I just don't know
I
if I'm
recognize the
saying your
train.
name right. And I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. I like Sasha's books. Awesome. I need the paperback to match my TSC paperback for reading, and then I need both its signed hardback for pretty shelf display and audiobook because I love audio. A woman after my own heart. I've been considering getting Sasha's books too. Well, I think everyone considering getting Sasha's books should definitely get Sasha's books. I've got Bird by Bird to read next, but taking notes. Oh, yeah. KM Wayland has great podcasts too. Ooh. Sunita. There we go. It's okay. Your understanding is appreciated. I'm having a really bad brain day. Some of my regulars may have noticed that I'm fucking up my sentences more than normal.
It's okay. I also struggle to speak, and I have no excuses.
I'm filled with this weird energy that I just can't seem to shake no matter what I do. It's calmed down a bit, but it's still there.
Pet your cat on camera. That might help. Oh, that sounds wrong. Never mind.
She has finally made her appearance an hour and a half into the stream.
Where's the
Say
long
hello
boy?
to your public. The long boy, you mean Eros?
Yeah, fat boy. It's my favorite.
Yeah. He avoids the camera. He is not very
Confident.
camera-friendly.
Aw.
But Artemis is actually the shy cat. It's just whenever I'm recording, she's always like, "What you doing? You're doing a thing. I need to be involved in the thing."
Well, you let her be involved. She's a cutie pie.
To be fair, she's like that when I'm like writing or just anything. I think because she sees the computer, so she's like, "Mom is not moving for like hours. I'm good."
This is my shot. You only got one shot, one shot.
What are words? Yeah, what are words? Kate. I also struggle to speak and I have no excuses. That's how I feel every day. I love that everybody's just so understanding and everything. It's very nice group we've cultivated.
Well, it's you mostly, to be fair. I'm just here for the ride.
But you retweet me all the time, and it helps. And I just realized my mic was above my head.
I think we basically have the same followers, so I'm just repeating what you're saying.
But it's a good reminder.
It is. And you just
I
say a
wish
lot of
I could have a cat.
I want a cat too. You have like 3 dogs though, Sparrow, so you're good.
They're not the same. I have 2 dogs and 4 cats. I have to recount them in my head all the time. I'm like, how many do we have? The 2 dogs is easy.
And the 4 cats is a lot of hard work.
No, it's just sometimes I forget how many cats we have. I'm like, do we have 4? Do we have 5? Are there 3 of them? Oh. My dog who appeared last stream sees me on my phone or computer and nudges for pets. They just want to be involved. We love you, Stig. See, they love you. Come on, stream. Go to the next. Oh, there we go. Networking is love. Haha. It is.
I love networking, mostly because I don't have to write when I network, but it's a double-edged sword, that.
It makes me happy when I see my friends and stuff retweet stuff. Because, like, my other friend groups, they're, like, supportive, but they're not supportive. Know what I mean? Because they're like, yeah, cool, you're a writer. Yeah. But they're not like, oh, hey, so you were retweeted by this one person? Okay, that's, I guess, cool. And I'm like, you don't understand. So this is a big deal. Yeah, but my daughter is desperate for a cat, lol. We had one briefly, but then we discovered my allergies and nothing helped. Well, I'm sorry. So
That's
my
not an LOL
sister,
moment. That's sad.
It is very sad. My sister, who has lived with cats and dogs her entire life, discovered that she's mildly allergic to cats like a couple of years ago. But she has this cat named Squeakers, who is this giant fluff ball.
I love
And
Squeakers
so
already.
Squeakers, we also refer to her as the fluffy bitch. She takes after my sister a lot. They're interesting
Wow, Sam,
personalities.
can't believe you came for your sister like that.
It's fine. She comes for me all the time. But no, I love my sisters. But so she figured out that she can take these allergy meds and they really help with her cat allergy. So she just takes them daily. But sometimes I'll be talking to her and she's like, yeah, my eyes are watery, my throat itches because my fucking cat laid by my face before I got up this morning. I'll be like, well, that happens.
There's pills for that, Tabby, just so you know.
No, that's the thing. They come in the room and lay by her head before she Kermit in the morning.
Ah, okay.
So then
They
she
know
does
what
take
up.
the pill, but yeah. She's just like, it's a sacrifice she's willing to make. But I understand like when people don't want to make that sacrifice. Like I wouldn't judge anybody for it. That's my sister's attitude toward it just makes me laugh every time.
How dare you do this totally expected thing to me, cats? The betrayal.
That's pretty much it. It's like, how dare you do the thing you do every day before I can take my preventative? All them cats. Yep, get that. Renee gets it. I feel you. That's why I was really excited to join Cyborg Central. Yes. Personal Facebook, meh. Books. Writing groups, books. Yes, accurate. Yes, lol. Although I will say, my current favorite story having to do with like family or friends or being supportive is shortly after I launched my website. I have a short story on it called Till Pizza Do Us Part. Well, my mom's cousin called her and she was like, how do I order the pizza book? And my mom was like, what pizza book?
That's really
And
cute.
so they had this entire discussion about a pizza book. And my mom calls me and she's just like, Samantha, you did not publish a pizza book that you didn't tell me about, did you? And I'm like, no, I don't want to die. What are you talking about? And then she told me, and I'm like, oh, the only thing on my website is Till Pizza Do Us Part. And that's just a flash fiction. It's done. It's over. There's no more. So that's my current favorite story having to do with that, is they really wanted to support me, but the book didn't exist to buy.
That's a cool story, though. That's funny.
The power of retweet. Yeah. I know what you mean. Mine rarely ever share my stuff. So yeah, lol. I have a few who are supportive, but I get more support from people I've never met in real life. I feel like that's also kind of expected a bit because people we meet in the writing groups. That's why we go to the writing groups, is to find those people who find it as big a deal as we do. I spent the night at my brother. I thought I heard you going to speak. I spent the night at my brother's and his kitten just wants to play and cuddle. Kitties. Cats give me allergic conjunctivitis, so my eyes get super red and itchy, and so, aw, I'm so sorry. I'm like, what were these laughing for? Hopefully not Sparrow's eye thing. And then I'm like, oh wait, I told a story. That's what it was. It's very concerned for a moment. That's the cutest story. Please tell me what is it, like pulp? Oh, flash fiction is just stories that are extremely short, like Till Pizza is about 1,200 words. But they can be like as short as 2 sentences.
There's a famous 6-word one, isn't there? The one with the baby shoes.
Yeah, it was like shoes for sale, or baby infant shoes for sale, never worn.
Yeah. Oh God, that's depressing.
Yeah, the first time I read that, I was like, I don't get why it's oh. At a moment.
Yeah.
Very short
I
fiction.
highly recommend writing short stories if you're into writing fiction in general. So get
Yes.
great practice for novels.
They are like short stories. Yeah, flash fiction is basically just the shortest version of a story one can have. All right, so is everybody ready for a sprint? Which I think will be the last sprint of the stream, and then we can just chill till the end.
Yes, sir.
Right. I was about to hit play before putting it on the screen. That would not have helped anybody. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so that's the end of our last sprint for the night. Everybody figure out what you did so you can share. I just realized I am a paragraph and a half away from finishing that page, and now I'm salty.
Salty. Why?
Because it's so close, it's so far away.
Oh.
But I'll just finish it after the stream, it's fine.
I wrote 643 words, not to brag.
Awesome. Now to find where we left off in the comments. Sako says, I like 3-word horror stories and such. I love those as well. Short stories are good to get your skill level up. I agree. It helps you focus on learning beginning, middle, and end on a small project so that you can get better at it easier. I realized I just repeated that, but you know.
It also helps for like getting a sense of completion if this is like your beginning writing career stuff thing.
Yes. Love that sound. Awesome. Hey, Doll. So Doll actually makes the animated timer that I love to use. So
It is a very good
and
timer.
yes, and you can find Doll. Doll hosts live streams. Put the day and time in the comments if you wouldn't mind, Doll, because I don't want to take a guess and fuck it up. And she co-hosts with me on Savvy's live streams on Wednesday. And I believe we'll be at the launch party Friday. Sako said, hi, Doll. Last sprint, but I might run a witching hour thing after this to get these scenes written. So after I end my stream, Sako might be hosting her own. 477 and 1638 for the day. Still have a page to do on chapter 5, but hopefully my child will not wake up at 5 a.m. and I can work in the morning a bit. I feel that my children got up at 6 in the morning for the first time in like years, and I was like, why are you awake?
Why
Why
were
do you
you awake?
exist right
Oh,
now?
because she hadn't gone to bed yet. Sorry.
That's yes, actually, I had just washed off my makeup from recording, and I was like, time to unwind. Oh, the sun's coming up. And I hear my children whispering, and I'm like, why are you people up? Another 100 or so, almost finished this chapter. Ah, yeah. 180, nice. 500 something words. We love a something number. Also an ish. Into Act 2. Yes. I hear a Nordic accent. Who's this fellow? Yes, for everybody joining us just now, this is Stig Dyrdal. He is my critique partner and all-around awesome person. And he is co-hosting with me tonight. You can find his social information in the description. Total count for the night, 400 words even. Glory says, hi, doll. Only 165 this time, but I had to stop to research blood splatter. That's fair. Also,
That's a
it's
legit
165
excuse
more
to
than...
me.
Also, 165 is more than you had. 135 into this revision. That's technically due tomorrow for the workshop. The original chapter is between 2,500 and 3,000 words. You can do it. Doll's live streams are Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, she will also be at the launch party. For the day so far, 11:21. Not bad considering I'm only just getting back into actually writing and not editing. Yes, that's great. Good job, everyone. Yes. Husband always says Anna will learn the joy of sleeping in when she starts school. Yeah, I'm about to set up for the witching hour for after this fun stuff. Awesome. Yeah, my school didn't really help my kids' sleep schedules. I have a bedtime routine for them that I start at the same time every night. Unfortunately, my oldest seems to have inherited his mother's night owlness. So that poor boy, I kid you not, I could, lay all the kids down at 9. Well, no. At 9, they clean their rooms, and then they sit there and they relax before bed for about 30 minutes. So they actually lay down to sleep at 10. And then, like Gabe, he's out 15 minutes, and that's fine. And then our youngest, it depends on the day for her. But my oldest, he could be up for another 2 hours. He could still be up until 2 in the morning. And he's just laying there trying to sleep. And sometimes he'll be like, Mommy, I'm bored. And I'm like, I understand. I too cannot sleep before 2 in the morning, unfortunately. I cannot let you play until 2 in the morning because that's just going to delay this whole thing. So I always feel so bad because I'm like, I understand. I vividly remember being 7 years old and in his position. So I'm like, it never gets better. I'm sorry.
Nope, it does
you
not.
just learn to cope with it.
Before you know it, he'll be 30 and joining 2 a.m. live streams.
Well, whatever works. Audra, almost done with this scene. Ah, yeah. Night owls for the win. I literally just woke up and made it to the stream. Awesome. But I have a sleep pattern issue, so yeah, that's usual for this alien. Yeah, Stig was just lightly making fun of my sleep pattern of going to bed at the ass crackadon.
I can relate to that, but I work during the nights, so
Yeah.
that's on me.
I told Chris, I was like, I went to bed by 3 yesterday and I woke up at noon. I'm doing good. And then I was like, I have to record tonight. He's like, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, yeah. Then at 1 o'clock, he's like, hun, are you going to get up? And I'm like, I guess.
Aww.
My saving grace is that I only need 6 to 7 hours of sleep and I'm good. So it helps a bit. Have to figure out self-soothing, otherwise rocking her to sleep is my cardio. I'll be honest, I don't know how to teach a kid self-soothing. Mine just sort of figured it out. And then also sleep on top of me to this day sometimes. I just wake up with like one of them draped over me and I'm like, this is fine.
This is parenthood.
Sleep through it. Yep. I would probably stay up, but I homeschool my nephew. That's fair. I did so the kids' school actually is better for me to have a more reliable sleep schedule because I'd have to wake up at 6 or 7 in the morning. So I was in bed and asleep by 2 a.m. But without that having to get up to take care of the kids, my body's just like, no, your husband will keep them alive.
This is my time to shine.
I have returned to my natural state. But I'm also really productive at night, so it's fine. I homeschool my daughter. Awesome. I'm a teacher, so no too late hours here. I can't sleep in even when I try. See, my husband, I think, thought he was a night owl for a very long time. And I'm like, but you're not. You, like, tap out at 12 or 1. And it's sweet that you try to stay up with me, but it just doesn't work. I'm like, just go to bed early, take care of the kids in the morning, and we're perfect. So that's what we do. All right, well, we've hit 2 hours, and I don't want to get screen names mixed up. Yes. Sako Toomey is setting up a live stream, so if everybody wants to go join hers, then you can keep being productive. I have to work on a video, so that's what I'll be doing.
You're an editing beast.
Yes, I have to get Wednesday's video edited and uploaded tonight because we have things that we have to do tomorrow. So, but thank you everybody for coming and stopping in the live stream. Once again, thanks for 100 subs. I'm super excited about that. And anybody who watches this on replay and made it this far, you're a boss and I love you. I love everybody who came too. Don't get it twisted. I love you all.
It was
All right,
great fun.
so-
Thanks for hosting.
And thank you for being here.
My
All right,
pleasure.
we will see everybody later. Bye.
Bye.